No, I got Mr. Aiden is with me. Got your shorts. There they are.
Of course.
See,
I don't think I put pants on at all last year. Well,
it wasn't cold last year.
my calves don't get cold. As long as my core and my neck is good, I'm good. Nothing big.
How's everybody?
How was the last game? No, it's the first game.
This is the first big guys game. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're playing. This is against the Wizards, right?
I have no idea. I put all this responsibility on Miles maybe 2 years ago, and my whole thing is tell me what I need to be in my car, and I will drive you there. I know nothing else.
Are you still here?
What?
Are you still here?
Yeah. Oh, wait, I walked to Chipotle for lunch.
Yeah, that's good.
I couldn't make it there. There were like 15 cops blocking off the road.
There were.
And then as I was driving, walking since I ran out of the car, there were these two cops running with shotguns and K9s. And I was like,
Yeah.
time for me to go back to the rent. And then I pulled up Facebook, and there's a guy that was armed and dangerous and stuff.
Just to let you know, if you take a left before that light, there's a shortcut that ends up right at Chipotle.
Yeah, you gotta read your way out.
Sounds like a lot of our
I take that on the way here. Whenever I try to take it on the way home, I get lost.
Yeah. So you know where Chipotle is, right?
Yeah.
That light,
Yeah,
you take a right there. Huh?
Mike is on.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, I just left.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. If you take a right at that light, you can just follow it, and you end up right next to the college, I think.
Yeah.
So you would have passed the cops.
Come right by.
So you take a left there, you can walk through a neighborhood instead of walking down that main street.
But
That cops had it blocked off there, so I could have went that way, but I was walking.
Yeah, no, I get it.
And then I saw the cops running with shotguns.
Oh, yeah. No, I took a right there. I saw all the cops, and I was just like, well, someone's having a bad day. It's like I was in Norwich the other day. No, not Norwich. New Haven. I drove into New Haven, the exit I take. There's a daycare right there, and there were 4 cop cars parked outside the daycare. I was just like, well, someone's just not having a good day.
There were like 3
They
in the
weren't
parking
running
lot.
around. They weren't doing anything. It was just like someone was just having a bad day.
We had like
That's all.
3 parked in the back of the parking lot.
Really?
Yeah. Because they were trying to block off everything.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Nothing you can do these days.
It was interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, if you ever see a bunch of cops, go in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Because if there's more than 3 cars there, you probably don't want to be in the area.
Especially after like 5 drove right past.
Yeah, it's not a It's a good lesson for life. Just get away. Don't try to take a video of it. Just go in the opposite direction.
Great Mr. Miyagi once said, "Don't be there."
Yeah.
That's the fence. Don't be there. Miyagi.
Wow. Alright. Let's see how quick this game goes. I guess it was just kind of an exhibition game. Not much, just kind of taking coconut sticks at the top.
Fantastic. Hey, what's going on? Okay, big win, huh? Good. Molly said you played great. Yeah, so good. Okay. That's a good, nice finish. Yep. All right, well, that was a nice way to end the day, though. It was my first game. It's awesome. I'm very proud of you. It's as expected. All right, well, we should be getting home kind of around the same time. I think you guys get home a little bit before me. And just be careful. The Island is playing again. They are playing Sovereigns from Buffalo. But I should be home for the end of the second period. You watch the game, man? Yeah. Huh? Oh, nice. So you'll be home later for me. I'll probably be home like 8:15. I got 2 games. I got this game and the 6:40. No, that's okay. But yeah, Lukey sounds like he's getting better. He's feeling better. All right, Zamboni's almost done doing what Zamboni's do. All right, love you guys. Drive safe. All right, good job. All right. I was getting the updates from Paul and Mommy. All right, love you guys. Be careful. I heard there was some shenanigans in the grease. Nice. What'd you get the penalty for playing hockey too roughly with others? Roughing? Oh, slashing. Oh. No. We were spoken at the netminder if you listen. Yeah. Okay. These things happen. All right. Sounds good. Yes. Yeah, at least you didn't get thrown out of the game. Yeah, you already got a reputation. So, all right. I'll see you guys when I get home. Just text me when you're home, please. All right, love you guys. When you get home, the Islanders are on if you want to put them on. They started 7. All right, love you. Hello, hello.
You guys love listening to you.
Oh, thank you so much.
I'm John. Hey, John. Hey, my guys are
Oh, Luke.
Luke and Jack.
Yeah, yeah.
Brothers.
Oh, that's awesome.
They're like the,
Oh, good.
It's gotta be nice seeing a bunch of boys out there together.
yeah. It is. It is.
Yeah, hockey's there 6 months. Yeah, Coach, how are you, young man? Doing good, doing good. How are you doing today? You look very handsome. Well, my fancy hoodie today. The one with the strings.
Some music in here. Yeah, if you don't start by 6 months old, you're behind.
Yeah, I didn't play, so when they just decided they wanted to play when they were 10.
Oh, wow.
And I stood next to the first day I stood there. He said, "Hey, what are you doing?" I said, "Yeah, I'm playing with you."
They picked it up quick.
He said, "Oh, he was 2."
Yeah. Yeah. My son started in roller hockey for years. He played 4 or 5 years of roller hockey first. Then he played ice for a few, and he went back to roller. So. Oh my! Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Solu Broadcasting Network. I am your host, Scotty Bonner. I'm all here with my cameraman, producer, and director, Mr. Aiden Matter. We are live from the Rose Garden in Norwich, Connecticut, where apparently there was some sort of police activity around the block here today. I was hearing there was a lot of police officers, canines, and shotguns, and things of that ilk. I'm glad I missed that. I haven't had a run-in with authorities, I think, since the Toronto airport in April of 2002 when I was deported from Canada. But that's another story for another time. Tonight we got the Southeastern Connecticut Seahawks taking on the Western Massachusetts Wizards. The Wizards come in with their black sweaters, scary-looking Dungeon and Dragon type wizard on the chest, purple shoulders, dark gray numbers on the dark black jersey. Not being very friendly to the broadcaster's old peepers. Black shorts, black socks with purple and gray stripes. And in between the pipes for the Wizards, don't think I could see his number too well there. Maybe we could zoom in. Let's see if the focus will help us out. I can't see his number for the life of me. From here, it looks like 33. I don't have a 33 on my roster, so that's good news. All right, well, down at the other end, Southeastern Connecticut Seahawks wearing their yellow sweaters with the blue stripes, Seahawks across the chest, number across the chest. And it looks like getting the start in between the pipes is going to be big number 39, Tyler Fields. I don't see any other netminder dress, so Tyler will be getting the start here. They play 15-minute stanzas here in the U18 division. Icing and offsides is in effect. There is no delayed offsides. If you're shorthanded and you ice the puck, it is still icing. If it's tied at the end of regulation, there will be no sudden death or sudden life overtime. Each team will get a point. They will go home. They will get what they get, and they don't get upset. And body contact is allowed at this age level, so checking is legal. All right, we're about ready to get underway here between the Wizards and the Seahawks. I think the goal, does it say 33? It looks like 33. Well, he's going to turn around soon. Well, hopefully we see a Wizards family because I don't have a 33 on my list. Can you see his name? Be nice if they had lighter colors, right? Smith or Diaz, perhaps? No? Oh, well. Well, we'll call him the goaltender until we... I don't see anybody here from the Wizards. Don't travel very well, as you can see. There's the Wizards fans. There's one. Let's see. I don't know if she's a Wizard or a Seahawk. All right, we're about ready to get underway here. Like I said, 15-minute stanzas in the U18 division.
Pretty short bench team.
And a short bench. Yeah, the team doesn't travel well. All right. You only got 3 subs, so if I'm the Seahawks, I'm dumping it in, and I'm making them chase it, make them come 200 feet. Oh, that young lady belongs to us. She's a Seahawk mom. All right, maybe these are some Wizard folk making their way in now. I know who those are. I know who they are. I guess it would be the proper English. Those are more Seahawk folk. All right, well, we'll see what we can do. All right. We need a DJ up in here. Need some music. I feel like cutting the rug. I went home and took a nap after the 5 games we did this morning. Came back here feeling refreshed. How's everybody? Excellent, excellent. Now I'm ready to go. Looks like Sager is going to get the start at center. Rembish at left wing. And on right wing, number 13, that's Verbiage. On defense, number 21, Caden Castile. And number 11, that's Jack Kramer. I just had the pleasure of speaking with Jack's dad. He's really blessed. He's got both his boys out there. It's got to be so cool to see both the boys on the team together. At least I think it is. As a dad now, I'm getting to be an older dad now. Son's a senior and daughter getting ready to head into her freshman year of high school next year, which I still can't fathom how that happened. All right. As the great Vito Corleone once said to Michael, just not enough time, Michael. Just not enough time. All right. Well, I'm sure we're going to play hockey any minute now. Any second now. We're going to drop the puck, and there's going to be hockey right in front of you. Something's telling me I don't have the right Wizards lineup at all. None of these numbers, none of these names are matching any of their numbers. That's the roster I was sent. So, and the good thing is I can't see any of the numbers anyway. So, I'll have to see if in between periods if I can get a sticker or something maybe to make up for it. If not, oh well. Them's the breaks, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like we're having a little trouble with the Zamboni door down in the corner. That might be the issue. The glass looks like it's really leaning in. Oh, you may want to pack a lunch, ladies and gentlemen. That does not look good. I don't know too much about hockey engineering. I'm not a smart man, but I know what offsides is. That's a problem. That glass is not flush, as an engineer would say, or a carpenter, or somebody in one of the trades, I suppose. Let's see if they're just going to play like that. I don't think that's a good idea. Somebody could skate right into that. Certainly the puck's not going to come around true. Yeah, that glass is dislodged on the top. I don't think we're starting anytime soon. I might hustle around and see if I can get a sticker from the Wizards. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go see if I can get a Wizard sticker.
I don't have the right mic at all. All right, the game starts. I'll hustle back. Feel free to entertain.
The Zamboni doors are fixed, and it looks like we will begin play soon. There looks to be some confusion with the lines. There's only 4 Wizards out right now. Now the 5th one just came out. And we're underway. The Wizards win the faceoff to start it. And now the Seahawks have possession. Into the Wizard zone. And now the great Scotty is back.
I appreciate the adjective there. Thanks for going in, ladies and gentlemen. You were listening to the seductive sounds of our cameraman, producer, and director, Miss Aiden Matter. And you can put the other headphones on if you want to do a little color. We can unmute you. So I'm not going to be able to fill in the Wizards roster until after the first period. So for now, they're just all Wizards. What are you going to do? All right, this game brought to us by our friends at Captain Scott's Lobster Dock in London, Connecticut. And the quick shot go deflected in front. They stopped there by the Wizards goalkeeper. He's just trying to come out to center. Steele read that nicely, got the right foot out. Back the other way now, Sager. Sager over the blue line, letting the shot go. He got one of the Wizards like on the elbow, cleared but not out. Rembish coming through with speed. Sager trying to get it back in front to Verbiage. Sager in the corner. Sager, Rembish, Verbiage. Rembish and Verbiage. Forward unit out there for Coach Sager. This is chipped ahead by the Wizards, sent all the way down. Number 38 in your scorecard, wearing David Scatchard's old number for the Wizards, gives chase. It's knocked down. Wizards trying to come through center ice with it, wheeling and dealing. Walking in, pulling the trigger. That doesn't get through. Puck ends up in the corner. The Hawks trying to come away with it. Can't get it out as the Wizards got them hemmed in here a little bit. Period just nicely underway. 13 and a half minutes left to go. There's a big hit along the boards there. The Wizards number 38. I apologize for calling the boys by their numbers. They just got the roster. So as soon as I get a chance to get it situated on my paper, I'll have names for you. Number 8, sending it down low. On it behind the net quickly. Good burst of speed there by Jack Kramer. Here comes Kramer now. Kramer with speed through the neutral zone. Kramer like a hot knife through butter, walking in at the dot. Protects the puck. Couldn't get the shot away. Real quick burst of speed there by Jack Kramer. He was standing still. He was at full speed in just a stride and a half. He got going quickly. Here is Larson now. Wade Larson. Pounded at the blue line, offsides is the call. Like we said, the game is being presented to us by our friends at Captain Scott's Lobster Dock, Shores Cove Marina, right there in New London. If you haven't been to Captain Scott's, ladies and gentlemen, you are missing out. The treasure of New England, the best lobster rolls, fresh seafood market right in the front. Tom Stuffies are always a big hit. You can get the Captain Scott's Lobster Dock truck for your big soiree next year. They're booking for 2024, so give them a call. Get Captain Scott's at your next big event. Chasing it down behind the net of the Wizards, trying to get out in front. They do. Big stop there as Fields got the flipper out. Good reactionary save there by Tyler Fields. Fields wearing number 39. Another stop there by Fields as the Wizards got to that rebound. Burbridge trying to get it out. That one's poured down at the blue line. Looking like a grizzly bear pouring at a salmon swimming upstream to spawn. Did the defenseman there for the Wizards. As the Wizards look to reset at their own blue line. That puck doesn't get deep enough as it went off. Sager brought back in by the Wizards. That's a bad call. The Wizards brought the puck back in. That's onside, folks. Well, that's all right. I'll let you know the day I'm perfect. I think the ref's going over to tell them too. If the other team, if the defensive team carries it in, it's onside. They can't be offsides. Yeah, that's all right. These things happen. Like I said, I haven't been perfect since March 7th, 1973. because I was born on March 8th, 1973. Just 2 years after Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier fought at Madison Square Garden, March 8th, on my birthday. That's my historical reference of my birthday. And it's also International Women's Day, so you go figure. Don't tell me God doesn't have a sense of humor. 11:50 left to go here in the opening stanza. Sager leaning in. On the left wing is Sheffer. Burbridge on the right. Up there is number 23, Miles Wesolowski. Trying to get the puck out. Wesolowski got a piece of it. Not sure how that could be icing. It's not. Sent all the way down. On it there is Williams. Williams behind the net. He's it for Wesolowski. Wesolowski trying to get the puck out. Wouldn't do so. Now here come the Seahawks. Back the other way. Putting the brakes on there was Sager. Sager sending it across. Quickly on it there is Williams. Williams dumps it in. That's picked up by 39. Love the Wizards. He gets the Jets going. Through the neutral zone, hounded there by Sprankle. Sprankle got a chunk of them going by. Poke check back up to Sprankle. Here comes Sprankle now. Sprankle with speed. Down the right wing, chipping it ahead. He's got a man with him. Sprankle pulls the trigger. A big stop there as Gravelin was getting to the cooker. On around it goes. On it there's Castile pinching in. Castile helped out along the boards there by Larson. Larson came over. They're digging. They're mucking. They're doing their homework. Comes back out to the blue line. Gravelin was covering the blue line there for Castile. Good non-communication coverage there by Gravelin. Back the other way now. That looks like Nelson. Nelson down the right wing. Nelson lowering the shoulder, letting the shot go off the butt end of Fields. And kept in by the Wizards, but it ends up in the bench of the Seahawks. 10:30 left to go. Here in the opening stanza. 0-0 is the score. So the under looking good right now. We really need music. No music at a hockey game, ladies and gentlemen. You would not have music at a church, would you? There's a reason a church has a choir. Gotta have music at hockey games. Gotta set the atmosphere. When I was a coach, that was the first thing I assigned. I was like, I need a DJ. Well, what about offense? What about defense? Don't worry about that. We need a DJ. First things first. Gotta prioritize, ladies and gentlemen. So 10-11 left to go here. As Fields gobbles it up. Face off one by the Wizards. Back to the blue line it goes. Sanderson. He sends it down low. Getting some of the names now as they're close by. Hopefully I can remember some. Sanderson. Number 8. Wizards trying to get it down low. Couldn't get it there on the initial try as Kramer. Got it out of harm's way behind the net. Sprankle dislodges the puck. Seahawks can't get away with it now. Turning, wheeling, letting the shot go. That went off the mask of Fields. He's not sure where it is. It's not it's behind you, but it's not behind you in the net. There's a big difference between being behind you and behind you. Trust me, if you're a goaltender, you know what I'm talking about. Tyler will go back and watch this video and shake his head on the couch up and down. Yep. Yep. I know what Scotty's talking about. And if you're not a goaltender, ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing I could do. You're either a goaltender in this world or you're not. There are two types of people. I don't apologize for my discriminatory practices. As much as people frown upon those sort of things in the world today, well, you still got to have some walls up. You're either a goaltender or you're not. That's just the way it goes. Tyler knows what I'm talking about. 9:35 left to go here in the opening stanza. Still a scoreless affair. The ref drops the puck right outside the Seahawks zone. Pushed ahead now for Rembish. Rembish. Speed to burn down the right wing. Shifty winger. Sends it down low for Sager. Sager back for Rembish. Rembish just a sophomore. It's sent back out to center. Zaluski got a chunk of it. Rembish on the back check. Reaches for the puck there. Causes it to go offside. So offsides is the call. So a lot of whistles here in the early going. The game a little bit sluggish like a wet sponge right now. That's all right. Not like I have anywhere to be. Not like the Islanders play at 7 o'clock. There's Rembish now down the right wing. Gets the Sabres tonight in Buffalo. I love Buffalo. Great town. Never went to Buffalo. Didn't have a good time. Good town, good people. Up ahead now. Chance for the Wizards behind the D. Walking and pulling the trigger. That just missed. Tried to go top shelf. Chipped ahead. Sent all the way down. Sager giving chase. The ref waving off the icing. Saying, I want to get home to watch the Islander game. Goaltender saying, you got to be kidding me. Sager. Nice edge work there. Lets the shot go off the side of the net. Sager chasing it down in the corner. Trying to get it back in front. Walking in. Pulling the trigger. That just missed. And Sheffer was alone in front for a moment. Back to the blue line. Wesolowski did a nice job to keep it in there. Wesolowski also officiates here at the rink from time to time. Does a good job. It's a thankless job. And in the corner there, Larson took his man down. Play allowed to continue. As coming over was 13. Didn't appreciate the way Larson was handling things in the corner. He let him know about it. Back the other way now. Down the right wing, all alone. Larson came over to get a chunk of it. Good poke check there by Wade Larson with 8 minutes left to go here in the opening stanza. All around for Wesolowski. Wesolowski couldn't get it out. Well, Miles Wesolowski on it there. He tries to go cross ice. That went off a Seahawk. Well, Sprankle. I think it went off Sprankle's scapula. You might call it the shoulder blade at home. All around now for Gravelin. Gravelin lost the handle on it. Kept in at the blue line. Letting the shot go through a screen. Wesolowski harnessing his inner Diego Maradona there as he kicks it ahead. Back the other way now. Castile with speed. Castile down the left wing. Castile protecting the puck. Castile's got Gravelin in front. Hopped over the stick there. And the Wizards come away with it. Back the other way comes the captain. Down the right wing he goes. Lost the handle on it. Found the handle on it. Did Nelson. That ends up in the corner. First on it there is Castile. Castile, number 21 in your scorecard. Wearing Brent Sutter's old number. You might say Calaposo. You might say Kyle Palmieri. Stepping to the inside now. Verbiage letting the shot go against the grain. Nice waffle save there. The Wizards netminder, number 33. Wearing Benoit Hogue's old number. Off the boards. Sent back in. Nelson takes a nice finishing check there as Verbiage laid the lumber into him. I was going to say fast opening period, but I just said it was a little sluggish, so make up your mind, Mr. Broadcaster. Here's Kramer. Kramer walking in, letting the shot go. Wide on the glove side. Rembish kept it at the blue line. Rembish takes a big hit in the corner. His bodies go flying. Verbiage went sliding in. He's a little bit shooken up, a little slow to get up. And he shakes it off as Rembic sends it back in. Verbiage giving chase. He had just gotten back on sides. Wizards looking for a player change. They do. Sent back down. 6:20 left to go here in a scoreless opening stanza. Brad for Verbiage. Verbiage handled the pass and ends up deep in the Wizards zone. It's a weird bounce off the boards, and here come the Wizards now through the neutral zone quickly. Stepping into it there was Wesolowski, who got it back out to center. That's knocked down by Vanderbridge. Vanderbridge, number 17. Tavernier, number 52. As they go by with the names real close, I get a look at them. Sending it in there is Frisbee. All right, I think I'll remember that. I'm a Can Jam player. Perhaps you heard of me, ladies and gentlemen. I did once go by the Can Jam name of the Ultimate Deflector. It's known as Owen Fitzmaurice, the Ultimate Deflector. Go to Can Jam and Google the Hemp Stevens Can Jam Classic, and you'll see me. Down the right wing now, walking in, pulling the trigger. That just missed the Sager. Let the shot go. Can Jam is the greatest yard game ever invented. Good quick pass through the neutral zone, stepping to the outside, pulling the trigger. They score! Wizards with a nice pass at the blue line. Walking in and burying the biscuit. Making it 1-0 Western Mass. Good burst of speed there. See if I can see the name on the roster here. That was St. Martin. St. Martin scored the goal. Got the roster on the phone, but got to get it on the sheet for me to see it. Keeping it in now, Sprankle. Sprankle tried to go ahead. For Sager. Sager behind the net. Sager's got Sprankle all alone in front. Got it to him. Went right through the wickets and all the way down. Chasing it there is Jack Kramer. Kramer hounded there by St. Martin. Nice job of edge work there by Kramer. Kramer getting the Jets going. Kramer over the blue line at the dot, pulling the trigger off the side of the net. Kramer got to his own rebound. Jack Kramer really brought his A game with him here tonight. I always ask my daughter when she's packing up for the games, you packed your A game, right? Getting to it first, letting the shot go. They score! The Wizards get to the puck first and bury the biscuit there. And big goal there as the Wizards go up 2-0. I believe that was Cole Tavernier. I don't think there's another person in the 50s, so I think it was Tavernier who got to it and let the shot go. Seemed to catch Tyler by a little bit of surprise there. He beat him on the waffle side. So 2-0, the Wizards. Now with the extending the lead. 4 minutes and 40 seconds left to go here in the opening stanza. Seahawks win the draw and send it in. Wizards send it back out. Williams gets it past Nelson, bouncing puck. Sanderson there for the Wizards. As Verberidge comes over. Williams sends it over for Wyzalewski. Wyzalewski sending it up for Verberidge. Verberidge couldn't control the puck, and the Wizards come back the other way now. Quickly, Nelson. Nelson with speed through the neutral zone. Nelson with the move. Nelson walking in. Pulls the trigger. Fields got a chunk of it. Made the glove save. Hard around it goes. Kept in at the blue line there by number 17 for the Wizards. Now it's at the blue line. The ref says it came out, so out is the call. All right, we're at 4 minutes and 4 seconds remaining here in the opening stanza. Wizards leading this one. It's Kyle Vanderbeek. I'm trying to do this. It's a handwritten roster, so it says 17. I think that says Vander. Yeah, well, see what we can do. Chipped ahead by Larson. Larson quickly now down the left wing. Larson at the dot. Larson lets it run into the corner. Larson met there by a couple of Wizards. Kept in by Williams. Seahawks looking to get on the board here. Nice give and go. Verberidge letting the shot go. That went right over the netminder's head as Wyzalewski kept the puck in. He lets the shot go as it buzzes into the other corner. In the corner now. Seahawks play it off the boards. Trying to come away with it. Benaz looks like is the name of the goaltender. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, the roster's handwritten. The writing's better than my handwriting, but that doesn't say much. Here's a chance now for the Wizards on the backhand, trying to cut back into the forehand. Fields makes the save behind the net. It goes. One of the Seahawks went diving into the net. That was Williams. He gets back up and gets back into the play. Knocked down. Here come the Seahawks now, sending it out to center. And that's Gravelin. Gravelin sending it in. Gravelin spilled for his efforts. He gets back up, but I think we're going to get an interference call here. Gravelin drew the attention and sold it. I don't think he was diving, though. I think he was actually interfered with. Rhino's not one to dive and sell a type of penalty. He'll try and stay on his feet. He doesn't have that Thornton Mellon in him to dive off the piers of Atlantic City, attempting the triple Lindy. All right, looks like Vandermeer, if I'm saying it correctly. If I'm not, well, I said it with confidence, so somebody will believe me. He's in the sin bin. Under 3 minutes left to go here. In the opening stanza, the Seahawks with an opportunity to cut the lead in half. And as they got a power play now, somebody's throw card. Make sure that gets back on. Throw card should be absolutely mandatory. Boys and girls should not be allowed to step on the ice without them. Period. Face off one by the Seahawks, but the ref didn't like it, I guess. So we'll do it again. Sprankle leaning in to take it as the Seahawks on their first power play of the night. Letting the shot go. Found its way to the goaltender. The goaltender wasn't sure that he had it. Spinats, I think, is his name. Let's see if I can get another look at it while we got a break here. Damian Pinaz. Pinaz. Unless there's an L or something before it. What is that? All right. Oh. The blue line. Trying to keep it in there was Kramer. Came back out to the red line. Here's Kramer now turning and going. Kramer walks in, saved by Pinaz. For Waffle. On it there, taking it back out to center is Sager. Sager circling the wagon. Sager down the right wing. Sager lowers the shoulder. Sager with a toe drag, walking in, pulling the trigger. He scores! Drew Sager putting it top shelf where mommy hides the baby Tylenol. A fantastic effort there. As the Seahawks get on the board, a power play goal, capitalizing on the opportunity. You got to be opportunistic, got to be capitalistic. And a bunch of other istics, ladies and gentlemen. What a rush there by Sager as he broke down the right wing. Nice show of hands there as he buries the biscuit. The Seahawks cut the lead in half, just like we said they might. Making the broadcaster look like a hockey prophet. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're a fan of the program, you know that that's not easy to do. I want to thank Sager. Or at least for the time being, making you seem like I know what I'm talking about. And like I always tell my kids, if you say enough words, maybe 50% of them will come right. So I try not to be quiet during the game because chance that 50% of them aren't, right? So if you keep talking, things will work out in the end. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, ladies and gentlemen, as the great Michael Scott once said. Oh my God, it's a funny story. My daughter said her math teacher said to the math class the other day, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, as Michael Jordan said. She was like, wanted to raise her hand. But I taught her, ladies and gentlemen, you got to placate, people in education. So you don't want to show them up in front of the class. You go to them after class. And I taught her that a long time ago. Chance in front as it gets pushed wide. So never show up your teachers. You got to placate their egos. They're the ones that hold your grades. Doesn't matter what your test scores say. If they want to give you a B instead of an A, they can find a reason to do it. So she kept her mouth shut wisely, but she was in shock. She knew darn well it was Michael Scott who said that. Behind the net now. And here come the Wizards. Nice drop pass there by Sanderson as the Wizards look to settle things down, trying to hit the home run ball. Missed everybody and went for icing. Now Sanderson, number 9. Number 52 is Tavernier, as the French would say. A minute 14 left to go here in the opening stanza. 2-1 is the score. The Wizards leading it. A goal a few moments ago, a power play goal for Sager. Now Rembish getting a shift at center. Rembish leaning in to take the draw. Rembish wins the draw. Back for Larson. Larson pounded there by Martin, number 23. Behind the net it goes now. Back to the blue line, Wesolowski. Good puck movement out for Palmer. Palmer sliding it over, letting the quick shot go there was Larson. Nice stop there by the netminder Penaz. That is his name. If that is indeed your name. Penaz. It looks like there's some sort of letter before it. L-O-I? Loinaz? That doesn't seem right. Ugh. It frustrates me. I feel bad for the kids. Behind the net now, Verberidge on it. Verberidge got Rembish in front. Rembish anticipating where that puck was going. Letting the shot go. Big stop. Pouncing on it. Still loose. They jab at it. Quick whistle there by the officials. Oh, that's all right. They're told to blow the whistle as soon as it's covered, so. It was blown dead. Number 3 leaning in. That's Drew Sager. He's got the power play goal out there with Larson. And Graveline. Knocked down out of midair. Good hand-eye coordination there by Castile. Picked up by Nelson. Nelson got it down low. Tried on the backhand. Couldn't get it through. Bodies collide there. Seahawks trying to get it back out to center. They do with 25 seconds left to go as the Wizards backpedaling in their own zone. Sanderson. He slides it across. Quickly on the stick there, Kramer. Kramer sending it down. Knocked down. All right, Verterbridge. He got it up for Martin. Here's Martin now. Martin over the blue line for Nelson. Nelson lets the shot go. Saved by Fields. And he hold on with 3 seconds left to go here in the opening stanza. So time for one more faceoff. We'll see if the Wizards pull the goaltender. Looks like they are. I like when coaches do that. Got to be aggressive. Seahawks are not going to score from deep down there in the next 3 seconds. So the Wizards go for the extra skater. Why not? I like it. Clearly they're going to be pushing it forward here as there's 5 Wizards to the left with the empty net down at the other end. So the eyes lit up a little bit there for Sager, but there's the buzzer. And as the period comes to a closure, score at the end of 1, the Wizards 2. The Seahawks 1 will be right back with the second period, and hopefully I'll have the roster completed. We'll see how fast I can write. Thank you for tuning in. Much appreciated. Oh my, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the second stanza just about ready to get underway. We got most of the roster filled out here, I think. We'll do the best we can, ladies and gentlemen, with what we got. Second period brought to us by our friends at Paul Johnson, Builders and General Contractors, ladies and gentlemen. Paul's been in business for over 30 years. And he works on the reputation, word of mouth, and references, ladies and gentlemen, whether you're new building or an addition to your home, windows, sidings, whatever it takes, basements, kitchens, bathrooms, Paul's your guy. Give Paul a call at Paul Johnson, Builders and General Contractors. 30 years the man's been in business, tells you he does great work, and is very honest. Walking in Castile, thank you to our friends at Paul Johnson, Builders and General Contractors. Bringing us the second period here tonight. And along the boards, picking it up, there was number 52. Of course, that's the one number I don't have on my page. Let's see, I gotta find who 52 is. I know I called his name during the period. Let's see if I can find it here. There's the netminder coming up with a stop there. Got most of the numbers, certainly didn't get all of them. That is Colin. Oh, Tavernier. All right. Hopefully we got most of the numbers taken care of now for the Wizards, at least. Certainly more than 50%. Whether I got them right or not, that's another story. That's a horse of a different animal, as the great Hemp Stevens once said. 14 minutes left to go here in the second stanza, the middle stanza, Shakespeare's favorite stanza, the Paul Johnson Building and General Contracting stanza. As the Wizards send it across, they look to recover very quickly, sending it back to the netminder. That's Panaz, as far as I know. Frisbee waits for it along the boards. He sends it up. Wizalewski trying to send it across. That one's picked off. Back the other way now. Here come the Wizards with speed through the neutral zone on the backhand. A big stop by Fields. As bodies collide behind the net there as Tavernier got together with Wizalewski. Tavernier was the one who stole the puck and broke in. We got to talk to the Wizards. They got to get some lighter numbers on these jerseys, boy. I tell you. The Peepers are having a tough time. Dark jerseys and dark numbers do not please the broadcaster. Pause that board down there by Larson. Larson letting the shot go. A man in front was Verberidge, and a nice stop there by the netminder Panaz. 13-17 left to go here in the second stanza. 2-1, the Wizards leading it. You're watching the Solu Broadcasting Network. I am your host, Scotty Bonner. Here with my cameraman, producer, director, and broadcaster fill-in. And I'm over getting the rosters, Mr. Aiden Matter. Face off deep in the Wizard zone to the left, to the right of the netminder, his waffle side. He catches conventionally from my perspective. Rick DiPietro would disagree, as would the great Grant Fuhr. And the legendary man himself, Mr. Darren Pupa, certainly would not enjoy that conversation. I remember when Pupa broke into the league and they were like, he's too tall, goalies can't be 6'4". Yeah. Now you got guys 6'8", Pecorini. Numerous goaltenders over 6'6". Not that uncommon. I don't know where you shoot on a guy that's 6'8", but that's athletic enough to be in the NHL. Vasilevsky comes to mind. He's like 6'7". It's unbelievable. Down the left wing it goes now. Kramer giving chase. I really don't know where do you shoot on things like that. And it comes back out to center, chipped ahead by the Seahawks, giving chase to Sager. Sager ran into Vanderbeek there. As the Wizards come away with it up for Nelson. Nelson trying to cut across the game. Kramer did a nice job to disrupt that play. That's sent back to Bryce Anderson, back to the blue line. Bouncing puck. Sent ahead now, the captain Nelson. Nelson down the left wing. Nelson protecting the puck. Nelson looking to lower the shoulder. Blew a tire. Tried to get it in front, and here comes Kramer now. Kramer kicking it to himself. Kramer through the neutral zone. Kramer's trying to step to the outside. Kramer at the dot. Kramer pulling the trigger. Nice stop there by the netminder, Panaz. Panaz finds the puck through traffic. Holds on. There'll be no further play. 12 minutes. Two seconds left to play here in the second stanza. Seahawks trail it 2-1. They were trailing 2-0. Now they trail it 2-1, looking to get the equalizer. At home here tonight at the Rose Garden, Norwich, Connecticut. Face-off won by the Seahawks, letting the shot go at Verberidge in front there as they won the face-off. Now they get it down low to Larson. Went off the heel of his stick. And away come the Wizards now. Back the other way with speed. Trying to step to the inside. That was Martin. Martin lost the handle on the back check by Larson. Bouncing puck in the zone, but offsides is the call because there is no delayed offsides in youth hockey. Perfect example right there of how stupid that rule really is. Seahawks could have been going back the other way in an odd man rush, but USA Hockey says, no, we're just going to get rid of delayed offsides. So the kids can't play hockey more. Really despise that rule. Make the periods 2 minutes longer in each age bracket. That's fine. I know I actually spoke with people at USA Hockey, and their reasoning, if you want to call it that, their reasoning is more whistles, more line changes, kids get more playing time. And I say, well, why don't you just extend the periods 2 minutes? Each period for each age group, and then it'll pretty much even out. And they said, no, there's not enough time for that. Meanwhile, there's 10 more whistles a game because there is no delayed offside. So once again, USA Hockey showing their brilliance. I'm still trying to be king, ladies and gentlemen. I'm king of hockey. Delayed offsides will be reinstituted, I promise you, day one of my regime, of my empire. Trying to reach for it there by the netminder, looking like a hungry, hungry hippo. There's the goaltender, Panaz. And we will be an empire. Get myself an Admiral Thrawn, we'll be good to go. Along the boards now, looks like we got a delayed penalty coming up here behind the play. Let's see who it's going to be on. Is it on the Wizards? Elbowing is the call by the official. Oh, elbowing looks like it's the number 13, St. Martin. St. Martin in the sin bin, 2 minutes for elbowing the other player with his elbow. Although I don't think you can get elbowing for any other body part. At least you would think. Going to leave that one alone. All right, 10:48 left to go. Here in the second stanza. So a power play for the Seahawks. They're 1 for 1 on the power play thus far. So looking to capitalize yet again. And tie the affair. Face off deep in the Wizard zone to the right of the netminder. And that one is cleared and out to center. Short-handed now. Here come the Wizards with speed down the right wing. Trying to step to the inside. The body taken nicely there by Kramer. Tavernier tried to cut to the inside. Couldn't connect. Sent back out to center and all the way down. Giving chase there is Hanselman. Hanselman sending it hard around for Beach Hole. Trying to come off the boards. Couldn't do so. Seahawks, a little bit of give and go in the corner. Couldn't connect. Bouncing puck sent all the way down. If you're short-handed and you ice the puck, it's still icing. Once again, first day of my regime as king of hockey. That will be eliminated. They'd still be playing hockey right now, but... And I've had many people say, oh, I'd vote for you for king. And I'm like, no, you're not paying attention. This is not I'm not seeking democracy. I'm looking for a monarch. I'm looking for a crown. Looking for a throne. I'm not looking for opinions. I'm not looking for a Senate, House of Representatives, any of that stuff. One man, one decision. Like the great Queen song once said. It was a great movie. Of course, I'm talking about Iron Eagle, Louis Gossett Jr., which was probably brought to light in the greatest show ever made, Cobra Kai. One more season to go, Cobra Kai. Behind the net now. Oh, fantastic. That show is like just for every guy my age. Like, thank you for growing up in the 80s. There you go. And we all say thank you for this show. Ralph Macchio is awesome. Zabka's awesome. The whole show is awesome. There's Castile now. Castile trying to cut back in front. Ralph Macchio, of course, from Long Island, from Dix Hills, grew up one town away from me. Ralphie, a big Islander fan himself, had one of the greatest conversations anybody will ever have, in my opinion, as a hockey fan. I was living down in Raleigh, North Carolina with the family. We went to a comic book convention, the first year that Cobra Kai had come out, and Ralph was there. Signing autographs and everything, and this was like a week after John Tavares had just signed with the Maple Leafs. So, I'm miserable about that. So I see Ralph, and I'm going, hey, Ralph, let's go Islanders. And he looks at me and he goes, oh, yeah, I'm an Islander fan too. And I said, yeah, I know that, Ralph. I don't just yell, let's go Islanders at people randomly anymore. I mean, I used to, but the wife frowns upon it. So he starts laughing, and we have a chuckle. We start talking about Islanders hockey. You start talking about Tavares. And he goes, man, he leans in, and he breaks character because the whole time he was kind of acting like Daniel Russo, like clean cut. He's always got that sort of image, though, where he's an innocent guy. Quick shot there from the point. Very nice guy, though, signing autographs. Very nice with the kids. As the Seahawks walk in, let the shot go. Big stop. The rebound. Larson let the shot go. The Seahawks are buzzing. Getting to the rebound with Kramer still loose in front. Trying to find it now. Bouncing puck. A C-button one-timer. The rebound. They score. Sager got to the rebound and buries the biscuit there for the Seahawks. His second of the evening. And he ties the affair 2-2. The Seahawks did a real nice job. They had the Wizards hemmed in. It's the second period. So the benches are further away. Wizards couldn't get off the ice. The Seahawks had fresh legs. And Sager got to the rebound and buries the biscuit there. And the Seahawks have climbed all the way back. 2-2 now is the score. So Ralph leans in, breaks character, and he goes to me softly. No one could hear him. He goes, if I ever see that mother effer anywhere, I swear to God, I'm going to crane kick his AS, you can spell the rest, and knock him out. And I was laughing my friggin' head off. I was like, I cannot believe the Karate Kid just told me if he sees John Tavares, big hit there is Wesolowski. Anywhere, he's going to crane kick him. That's the highlight of my Karate Kid and Ralph Macchio life. Let's see if anything else comes higher. That one goes wide. One of my celebrity stories from Long Island. He's also Coach Dee Schneider's son, lead singer for Twisted Sister. Coached his son Jesse in hockey for many years. And back then we didn't have email or cell phones. You had to call each kid individually to let the families know practice was Thursday at 6 o'clock. Let me tell you something, folks. You will not meet a nicer, smarter guy. The smartest guy I ever met in my life was Dee Schneider. Absolutely brilliant man. Just brilliant. And he would come over to me during practice, coach, and he didn't know hockey. He didn't know, and he told me, he's like, I never watched hockey. I didn't grow up playing hockey. Didn't watch. He was from Long Island, but wasn't a hockey guy. He's like, I played baseball. I watched baseball. And we'd be doing a drill or we'd be working on something. He'd be like, coach, just and he always wanted to know why. Why are you doing that? Why did you say that? Why are you telling the kid that? And he wasn't questioning me. He was just questioning because he just wanted to know. And then I explained to him. He'd be like, oh, okay. The nicest dude you've ever met in your life, and I'm telling you, the smartest guy I ever met anywhere I've ever been was Dee Schneider. The guy was just, you could tell he was just on another level, brilliant. If you ever seen his speech to the Senate Committee on Free Speech, when he went and gave the speech there in the Senate, Google it, look it up on YouTube. You'll see what I'm talking about. Man is a genius and super nice guy. His whole family was super nice. He's not the guy that you see in Twisted Sister with the makeup and the hair. And a great singer, great musician, a rock and roll legend, great host. He's a good radio host too. But just a real nice dude. But I mean, like, you want to talk about just like brilliant. Back to the blue line, letting the shot go. That just missed. Every time I talk to him, the conversations were like, Mr. Schneider. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but you said it with confidence, so I believe you. Plus, you're Dee Schneider, so. Why would you lie to me? Rembish sliding across for Verberidge. Verberidge trying to cut through the middle. Poke checked away there. Nice job there. Poke check it there by Hanselman. That one buzzed the tower. 7.5 minutes left to go. The game just about halfway over now. 2-2 is the score. Right back where we started from is the great Nightingale once said, letting the quick shot go. And it comes away and bounces all the way out to center. There is Verberidge. Verberidge walking in. Verberidge at the dot, letting the shot go. And they stop there by the netminder Panaz, and there'll be no further play. 7:03 left to go here on Celebrity Night, apparently. I'm trying to think if any other celebrities that I've encountered in my life. Oh, yeah. There's one more. LL Cool J. He used to live one town over as well on Long Island. He was from Queens. Farmers Boulevard, as you all know. Farmers what? He spent most of his life on Long Island. I used to see him at Wallbounds, sitting out there. He used to have a milk crate carton that we all used to have in the front of our cars. I didn't know him. I didn't talk to him, but he used to stand out there. He used to be selling his sample tapes out there for $1 each. Imagine what those are worth now. Should have picked up a few. My grandmother wouldn't let me. Back to the blue line it goes now. Kept in, letting the shot go. That one poured down. by the Seahawks, and Sager coming away with it. Hounded from behind. Sager turning the Jets on down the right wing, protecting the puck, looking to walk in, letting the wrist shot go. And a nice save there by Panaz. And slashing is the call, I believe, on the back check of Sager. So slashing is going to be the call. So LL Cool J used to stand right outside of Wallbound selling his demo tapes. His grandmother, or his mother, I think it was his grandmother. Todd! Just like he has in a couple of his songs, you hear her yelling. It's really true. That's his name, T-O-D-D. That's what he used to call himself before he was LL Cool J. I think that might do it for my celebrity knows. Or celebrities in the know. Never met Billy Joel, as people from Long Island often think that people from Long Island think that everybody knows everybody. People not on Long Island think everybody on Long Island know people from Long Island. I can't tell you how many people would say to me, "Do you know?" I'm like, there are 8 million people on that island. Do you realize that? It's way more. There's more people on Long Island than there are in Connecticut. What around? There's the Seahawks now on the power play, looking to get the lead for the first time tonight. Up ahead. Nice pass for Sager. Sager looking for the hat trick. Sager with the move. Sager to the outside. Sliding across the net is yawning. They score! A gorgeous passing play there as Sager slid the puck across. And Luke Kramer, cutting to the cooker, buries the biscuit there. A power play goal. Their second power play goal of the night. And the Seahawks have their first lead with 3 unanswered goals. Gorgeous move there by Sager as he wheeled and dealed his way in. Slid it across, and Kramer buries the biscuit. That's why you get to the cooker. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, the Seahawks take the lead. With 5 minutes and 50 seconds left to go here in the second period. What a beautiful move by Sager. Kramer did a real nice job getting to the cooker. That is why you get there. Now the Wizards looking to get the equalizer. As the Seahawks touch it, so no high stick. St. Martin sends it hard across. Castile sends it in. Kramer, good hustle to get back on side so we can keep playing hockey and you don't have to hear me pontificate how dumb it is if the ref blew the whistle because there is no delayed offside. So Kramer doing not only me a favor, but doing the fans at home a big favor. They're all like, thank the Lord we don't have to hear about that again. I'm fine. I'll remember you in my kingdom. Here's a quick shot. Nice stop there by Fields. You'll be living as a serf, I'll tell you that. Hard around it goes now behind the net. Wizards trying to set up in front. Got it back to the blue line on the backhand. Bouncing puck. He has a chance now. Fields with the save there. As he went down in the butterfly position, quickly squared to the shooter. On it now. Versteeg letting the shot go. Big stop there by Fields. Now the Seahawks are hemmed in a little bit. Back to the blue line, letting the shot go. Fields finds it through traffic. Flashes the leather there. Like Rafael Santana. And there'll be no further play. 4 minutes, 43 seconds left to go here. In the second stanza. 3-2 is the score. The Seahawks leading it. If this is your first time on our YouTube channel, ladies and gentlemen, please hit the like and subscribe button. That helps us grow the brand, as the kids say. And it's sent ahead. Burbridge down the right wing. Rembish just out of his reach and back the other way quickly now. Here comes Stopa. Stopa trying to step to the outside with speed. Stopa got it out in front. On the backhand, trying to get the puck out. Couldn't do so. Bouncing puck, letting the shot go just wide of Fields. Behind Fields it goes now. Sprankle doing battle behind the net, mixing it up there with a couple of Wizards. And there's a quick shot off the post. And out of play. So the Wizards really looking for the equalizer here. With 4:10 left to go here in the second stanza. You're watching the Solu Broadcasting Network. I'm your host, Scotty Bonner. Here with my cameraman, producer, and director, Mr. Aiden Matter. Tomorrow morning, bright and early, 8 a.m., mites and mimosas right here on the Solu Broadcasting Network. So wake up early, pour your mimosa high, locks up that bagel, and tune in for some mites hockey, the best division in hockey. It's the U8, 8 and unders. Half the rink, 4-on-4, no icing, no offside, prison rules, no penalties. There's a chance in front now on the backhand, a big stop. The rebound still loose and covering it up. There is the netminder Panaz of the Seahawks. With some pressure of their own there at the end of the shift. Wholesale changes now as fresh Seahawks arrive on the ice. There's Sheffer, Gravlin, and Jack Kramer, Wesolowski, and Sager. Sager at center wins the draw for Sheffer. Sheffer got it back to the blue line. Kramer, a couple of attempts there. Kramer still with it. Kramer down the boards. Kramer walking in. Tough angle shot. Went off the shoulder of the goaltender as it ends up in the corner. Bodies collide there as Castile came over. That's sent away to center. Tavernier. Tavernier over the blue line. Good stick there by Kramer as he got the stick in the shooting lane. Gravlin in the corner. Gravlin trying to get the puck out. Couldn't do so. Now away come the Seahawks. Here comes Sager. Sager hit from behind. Little bit of pushing and shoving at center ice. Sager got mixed up with St. Martin there for a moment. Behind the net, Kramer now. Kramer with it. Kramer off the boards. Can't get it out. Bodies collide there. Stepping up, taking the puck away. Nice defensive play there by Gravlin. Puck ends up behind the net. Now to center ice it comes now. Gravlin giving chase. Gravlin steals the puck. Gravlin down the right wing trying to catch up to it. He's got Sager. They're saying that's an icing. Okie dokie. Icing is the call by the official. I guess they're saying that Gravlin touched it on his side of center ice before he gave chase. Okay. Perhaps he did. Looked like it was a bang-bang play to me where they were rushing the puck up. But if he touched it, if he was the last to touch it before center ice, then it's the right call, and I stand corrected. And ladies and gentlemen, I have been corrected before. Just ask the wife. I'm sure it'll happen at some point later tonight. On my way home, before I get there. Or perhaps when she gets home, sends me a text. Either way, the over-under is 4.5. Down the right wing now, Larson. Larson's got help. Larson with Kramer, letting the shot go forward off by Panaz. Larson got to the rebound. Larson attracting a lot of attention there as 4 Wizards are in the corner. Oh, we almost played 5-on-5 hockey for 4 straight minutes, ladies and gentlemen, but that dream is gone. Another penalty. That's all there is here in the midget division, the U18 division. Penalty after penalty after penalty. Anytime 2 players come together. I don't get it. Into the sin bin goes Nelson. 2 minutes for playing hockey too roughly with others. Once again, ladies and gentlemen. Makes no sense to the broadcaster. When I'm king, roughing will only be allowed to be called after the whistle, which is its initial intent. Because you can't rough during the play. It's either got to be elbowing, a high sticking, or something. Slashing, tripping, boarding, charging, something of that ilk. By definition, how could you rough somebody during the play? Basically, you're saying you're playing hockey too rough. Makes no sense. As soon as I'm king, ladies and gentlemen, roughing will only be called after the whistle. And another delayed penalty. Carrying the puck in now. The Wizards walking in, pulling the trigger. They score! A tremendous burst of speed. Down the right wing and burying the biscuit there was St. Martin. There was a delayed penalty coming up against the Seahawks. Because why not? St. Martin with a burst of speed buries the biscuit. So no penalty. That's another thing when I'm king, ladies and gentlemen. If there's a delayed penalty and the team scores, they're still going to get the power play. Why should they get punished for scoring? They haven't had the power play. They didn't have the extra skater. Why should they lose the power play? Doesn't make any sense. The Wizards should still have a power play here. I mean, I'm not blaming the refs. I'm blaming USA Hockey. I blame USA Hockey for everything. So, why should you lose your power play here? I mean, think about it. It was a delayed penalty against the Seahawks. Whether I agree with the call or not, the ref had his arm in the air. That's irrelevant. The Wizards scored. So because the Wizards scored, now the penalty doesn't get issued. At least it shouldn't.
So he had 2 different penalties.
There were 2 different penalties. There were 2 different delayed penalties on that play? Oh, then one of them would stand. Who was the second one on? Oh, the Seahawks already. He was already in the box. Oh, no, he wasn't. So Larson's in the box. So it would have been a 5-on-3. Well, no, the Wizards got a guy in the box too, so it would have been a 4-on-3 then. This amount of penalties being called by USA Hockey has become theater of the absurd, ladies and gentlemen. Why not just pull the Band-Aid off and tell them they can't hit? Just tell them they're girls. They don't let girls hit. Which I can't figure out for the life of me either. As soon as I'm king, girls are hitting next day. That day. I don't have to wait till tomorrow. I'll just decree it. Girls can check. Boom. I'll have a big gavel. All right. All right. So the Wizards score on the shorthanded on the delayed penalty. Well, the refs got it right, though. No penalty. Because the Wizards scored. Which I just disagree. And there we go. Rembish hit the guy in the corner. You can't do that. 2 minutes for hitting the guy into the Zamboni door. My goodness. And it's not the officials, ladies and gentlemen. This is systemic through USA Hockey. I'm not picking on these guys. Do not get me wrong. They're doing what they're taught to do. Rembish hit the guy in the corner. Didn't raise his elbow. Didn't take more than 3 strides. Didn't leave his feet. Didn't make head contact. But he hit him. And did he get a 2 and 10 for that? Now that's on the official. Oh my gosh. So Rembish gets a 2 and 10. Oh my God. I have to respectfully disagree with that call, ladies and gentlemen. I respectfully disagree with the 2-minute call. 2 and 10 is... what they are doing to my beloved game.
We didn't get kicked out like Sophie.
That's true. At least he didn't get thrown out. At least he didn't get thrown out. That's true. That's a good point. Sophie got thrown out a couple of weeks ago for playing the puck. The girl fell on the board. Sophie got thrown out of the game. They wanted to suspend her for the next game. Thank God her coach fought for her. They overturned the suspension when they watched the replay. I'm like, no, she played the puck. Shouldn't have even been a penalty. Maybe tripping if you want to call something. It was just the girl fell into the boards really loud. She was hurt, so she said. Into the corner now. On it there. Here's Sager. Sager trying to get it back in front. Sager's got 2 tonight, so he's looking for the hat trick. As you know, ladies and gentlemen, if you get a hat trick, you get to name what flavored ice cream you get on the way home. Nice play there. As Kramer got back to break it up. And that should have been onside again as the Seahawks brought the puck back in. You know, back in the day when I used to officiate on a Saturday night, we'd have happy hour to go to and a lot less whistles. Nowadays, with the advent of social media and the phone, the refs don't have much to do, I guess. And a lot of whistles. Saturday night games, icings would be waved off. Offsides, well, when I played in ref back in the day, there was delayed offsides. Those would be waved off. Penalties would be a lot more lenient as we got to the night games. You want to get the happy hour. Times have changed, ladies and gentlemen, or perhaps I've just gotten old. Well, I guess that would be the same thing. Here comes Kramer now. Kramer with speed. Kramer down the left wing. Kramer fights through the check. Somehow that was legal. Into the corner he goes now. Less than a minute to play. The over-under on penalties now with a minute to go is 2. I'll take the over. Bodies go flying in front of the net there. Player allowed to continue. As the Wizards asking for a power play. As they kick the puck out. Over center ice now. Walking in. Pulling the trigger. Wide on the glove side of Fields. And now we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Well, I spoke too soon. The refs get his arm in the air. And the Seahawks touch the puck but no whistle. So a delayed penalty coming up here to the Seahawks. Once again, with 22 seconds left to go. And once again playing hockey too roughly with others. Here's the call. Ladies and gentlemen, there's not enough Pepto-Bismol in the world for this. And roughing. Seriously, just tell them they can't hit. And just be a lot easier on everybody. That way nobody will be upset about the calls. Just say you guys are now women and girls can't hit because USA Hockey is sexist, so you can't hit. And the face-off deep in the Seahawks zone. Hard around it goes. Good breakout there for Larson. Larson through the neutral zone with 15 seconds to go. Larson to the outside, pulls the trigger. A waffle save there by Spinaz. Goes out to center. 8 seconds left to go here. Still plenty of time for either of these teams to take a penalty. Off the boards it goes, and that's going to do it. As the second stanza comes to a close, your score at the end of 2. Seahawks 3, the Wizards 3. We'll be right back with the start of the third and final chapter of this unwritten story, unveiled right before your very eyes and ears here on the Solu Broadcasting Network. Oh, mine. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the third and final stanza. Brought to us by our friends at Certified Auto Repair of Columbia, Connecticut. Handling all makes and models, foreign or domestic. Boys at Certified Auto Repair get you back on the road, whether it's routine maintenance or an emergency situation. They're an honest shop who does a great job. Thank you to our friends at Certified Auto Repair of Columbia, Connecticut. The Wizards now trying to carry the puck in on the power play for 45 seconds. Offsides is the call because there is no delayed offsides in youth hockey. Right, you knew that. It's a shame. These kids are good. And they're just have so much taken away from them. Seems to be the new world. New world likes to take things away from children. Step over the blue line. I was a kid. Everything was for the kids. Here's a chance now in front. Big stop by Fields. When I was a young whippersnapper, it just seemed like everybody did everything for us. No, they want to take things away from us. For our own good, of course. Take it away from the children so they're safe. Sent all the way down. Giving chase now is Nelson. Nelson backpedaling. Nelson. As the Wizards break out. A little bit of trouble there for Sheffer. Over the blue line, trying to cut back in is Martin. Martin against the grain. Martin tried to pull it back to the forehand. Never get the shot away as it ends up in the corner. Bodies collide there. All along it goes behind the net as the Seahawks do battle. Seahawks trying to come away with it. Up the boards it goes now. Here comes Sager. Sager with a 2-on-1. He's got Gravelin with him. Sager putting the brakes on. Tried to get it across the Gravelin. Couldn't do so. Now Sager still with it. He pulls the trigger. A nice stop there by the netminder Panaz. 13:30 left to go here in the third and final stanza. 3-3 is your score. 5-on-5 hockey, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody take a picture. This is like the rare albino tiger. High grasslands of the Serengeti. Let's enjoy it. Sager leaning in to take the draw with Kramer. On his left wing, Sager trying to push it forward. Turning and wheeling was Verberidge. That's sent all the way down. Looks like it's going to go for icing. Icing is the call. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, want to invite everybody, if you're up tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., go to our YouTube channel and tune in for some Mites and Mimosas hockey tomorrow morning. Doesn't get any better. and Mites and Mimosas on the Solu. The Junior Huskies coming to town tomorrow morning, both of their teams. They'll have 2 games going on bright and early. Mites and Mimosas, 8 a.m., the best division in hockey. I love the Mites. No penalties in the Mites division. No offsides, no icing. It's like they died and went to hockey heaven. Sent ahead. Down the right wing they come now. The Wizards over the blue line, trying to center it in front, getting back there. It was Sager who did a nice job to tie his man up. Good job of back checking there by Sager. 12 and a half left to go here. Sager trying to go through way too many sticks there. There was a lot of purple right up the middle. Turning it over at the blue line, letting the shot go. Doesn't get through. On it quickly now is Tavernier. Tavernier run into there by Verberidge. Gets shot off the boards and into the corner now. Tavernier on it there. Tavernier trying to collect his thoughts. Sent hard around. Castile giving chase. Castile on it in the corner. Castile chips it ahead. Back the other way now. Here come the Seahawks sending it in. Over the blue line, letting the quick shot go. Nice shot there by Verberidge. A good stop there by the netminder Penaz. Back in front, letting the shot go. Penaz coming over, closing the wickets, and there'll be no further play. 12 minutes, 10 seconds left to go here. 3-3 is your score. A real pressure cooker starting to overflow in Norwich here tonight. Between the Wizards of Western Mass and the Seahawks of Southeastern Connecticut. A lot along it goes now. Wizlewski coming over. Zalewski lets the shot go. That made its way all the way to the goaltender and sent all the way down. Let's see, is that going to go for icing? I believe it will. Icing is the call there by the official. With under 12 minutes left to go here in the third and final stanza. You're watching the Solu Broadcasting Network. I am your host, Scotty Bonner. Along with my cameraman here tonight, Mr. Aiden Matter, doing a fantastic job. As he always does, might I add. Seahawks looking to get the go-ahead goal. Big hit in the corner there. As Gravelin fights it off. Got back to it. Let the backhand go. Good job there by Gravelin to maintain his wherewithal and balance after absorbing the big hit. Sent all the way in. Giving chase is St. Martin. St. Martin trying to get the puck in front. They do get it in front. Big stop by Fields, and he'll hold on. A nice stop there. Point blank save by Tyler Fields. That was a real nice save there. As the Wizards got the puck down low. And Fields very quickly there, going from his left to his right, or his right to his left if you're watching in Australia. Sending it hard around. Oh, fans, of course, we got big fans on the International Space Station. Tuning in depending on where they are. Behind the net it goes now, trying to come back out in front with it. On it, there's Larson. Larson tried to deflect it up, couldn't do so. Back to the blue line it goes. Side of net, trying to get it back out in front. Poke check it away. Here come the Seahawks now. Through the neutral zone, Lee Choi giving chase. Larson skates through the check, but the stick there broke up the play. The Wizard defenseman lost his stick, but the stick stayed with it. Here's Nelson now. Nelson over the blue line. Nelson stepping to the outside. He's pulled down there by Kramer. Play allowed to continue. We've had about 3 minutes of 5-on-5, so I really have nothing to complain about. Gotta tip my hat to the officials. They've been doing a good job here in the third stanza. Back the other way now. Stepping the rush there is Frisbee. Frisbee over the blue line. Frisbee pulling the trigger. One hit a body and ended up behind the net. Down the left wing, Larson sidesteps the hit from Nelson. Got it up to Kramer. Kramer dancing to the outside. Kramer behind the net he goes now. Kramer circumnavigating. Got it out in front for the C-button one-timer. Verberidge got it away. And up for Nelson. Nelson down the wing. Tried to get the puck out. Couldn't do so. That one is golfed into the corner. On it there is Kramer. It's Jack Kramer, if I'm not mistaken. It is Jack Kramer, number 11. Right up to his brother Luke. Big hit at center ice there. Sends Sheffer down on his bum, but picking up the puck now is Kramer. Kramer wheeling and dealing. Kramer on the backhand, turning, wheeling, went right through the goal mouth. Sheffer tracks it down, sends it behind the net for Kramer. Kramer on it there. Kramer trying to get it back in front, couldn't do so. Chipped ahead by the Wizards. Wizalewski came over with a long pterodactyl-esque reach there. Win that puck. That's sent ahead and sent all the way down. 9:15 to go in the affair. 3-3 is the score. Just in case you're wondering, there is no sudden death or sudden life overtime, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm not king yet. When I'm king, there'll be 5 minutes of sudden death overtime, 5-on-5, none of that 3-on-3 stuff. And you'll never see a shootout anywhere in a hockey game when I'm king of hockey. Shootouts will be outlawed, banned. You say shootout, you're going to spend time in prison, or at least in the sin bin for 2 minutes. And that'll be our prison. Sent in by the Seahawks. Play allowed to continue. It's on sides. Nice tape-to-tape pass there. And away comes Tavernier. Tavernier letting the shot go. Off on the side by Fields. 8.5 to go. Off the boards. Seahawks. That's kept in at the blue line by the Wizards. Couldn't sidestep. Wazalewski did a nice job. Back the other way now quickly. Sager. Sager stepping to the inside. Sager 1-on-4. Sager pulling the trigger, letting the shot go. It's knocked down by the goaltender. Back to the blue line it goes and out. All the way back out to center. A foot race ensues, knocking it down now. Trying to let the quick shot go. Nice stop there by Fields. On it there, Gravelin. Gravelin lost the handle on it. Turning and sending it all the way down. That hops over the stick of the Wizards player. That can't possibly be icing. Oh, my goodness. Icing is the call as it went right over his glove and in between the legs of the Wizards player. 7:49 left to go. Here in the third and final period. The rain is looking like it's stopped outside, so no more rain, so that's good. Face off deep in the Seahawks zone. It goes behind the net and giving chase there to the Wizards. Got it back out in front. Got a man in front for a moment there. As Kramer came over to help out. Run by the Zamboni doors. Last time Rembers was there was the last time he played hockey. That was a while ago. He got 2-10 for poor use of a Zamboni door. There's a chance in front. Bouncing puck. Ends up in the corner. Seahawks come away with it. Trying to get the puck out. Can't do so. Turning, wheeling, letting the shot go quickly with St. Martin. He stole the puck from Kramer. Wizards control the puck along the boards, letting the shot go. That one buzzed the tower there. Maverick would not be upset with it, but Goose would not be pleased. Letting the shot go. Fields got a chunk of it as it went through and all the way back out to center. Knocking it down and sending it over there as Leachoy. Offsides is the call. As Castile stepped into his man. So under 7 minutes left to play here, ladies and gentlemen. We've had 5-on-5 hockey the majority of the period, so I've got to say the officials have done an outstanding job. If I'm going to not be happy with when they make calls, I got to compliment them when they don't. Got to be fair. They've done a great job here in the third period of a close game. And at 6:47 to continue that path. I believe they will. I think they've gotten all the penalties out of their system. On the boards now, trying to get the puck out. Here come the Wizards now, walking off the boards, pulling the trigger, doesn't get through that. Here's Wazalewski, right in his thorax. I don't know why humans don't have thoraxes. Ants have thoraxes. Ants don't sleep. I read that the other day. Ants do not sleep. If ants ever got, just ants, not even insects. If ants decided to communicate with one another, like as a group all over the world, how long do you think the human race would be around? A week? 10 days tops? We'd have no chance. Our food supply would be gone immediately. There's nothing we could do. What are we going to do? Bomb our food supply? That's not going to happen. We would have no chance. Just ants alone. If they teamed up with spiders, it'd be about 2 days. Maybe a day. Sent out to center. We got to keep them from talking. That should be our main objective. Everybody's worried about AI. I'm worried about ants and spiders. Wasilewski runs over his man. Back the other way now. Here come the Wizards. They got a man wide, trying to saucer it to him. As Nelson was getting to the cooker. Back the other way now quickly. Here come the Seahawks through the neutral zone. Larson protecting the puck. Larson got it in front on the backhand. Cutting to the cooker. And had it bounce off his stick there. Nice rush there by Larson as he had Sprankle cutting to the cooker. 5 minutes, 5 seconds left to go. 5 is the key here. As it's knocked down, I believe, with a high stick is going to be the call. So faceoff will come deep in the Wizard zone. With 5 minutes and 3 seconds left to go, 3-3 is your score. A real good one here tonight. Between the Wizards and the Seahawks. Faceoff deep in the Wizard zone. Leaning in now is Sprankle. Sprankle and Kramer out there with Castile at the blue line. Can't see who's on the right wing. Is that Burbridge? No, it's Larson. Sprankle, Larson, Kramer, Castile, and Kramer. Kramer boys are out there. Great Dustin Hoffman movie back in the day. Kramer versus Kramer. That was with a K. And the shot go on the waffle side. Behind the net it goes now. I never made it behind the net. I apologize. I was anticipating that that's where it'd be. Behind the net it goes now. There we go. Hey, if you wait long enough, everything comes true. That's certainly historical. Correct. Here come the Wizards now over the blue line, trying to sidestep the defense. Nice job taking away the real estate. Making the play on the ground was Kramer. And up to Kramer now, his brother. That's Luke Kramer. And over the blue line, Kramer letting the shot go. In the corner now, Larson. Larson. And then the back at center ice. That's in pocket center ice. Wizards come away with it. That one buzzed the tower as well. And how Rooster would feel about it. I know his dad Goose would not be pleased. But he was only trying to make sure he didn't lose his job for Rooster. He wasn't Rooster yet, though. Unless maybe they started calling him Rooster when he was 2. I don't know. And up to center ice now, Castile. Castile fights through the Chuckastopa. On it there is Kramer. Kramer still with it. Kramer pulls the trigger. That just missed. And all the way out for Wasilewski. 3:42 left to go. Here's Castile now trying to catch the Wizards in a player change. Up ahead for Larson. Larson pulls the trigger. That skate ended up in the corner there. Hanselman. And there was Williams. He sends it back to the defenseman. Up ahead, Wilson touches it. Onsides is the call. There's Gravlin giving chase. Gravlin on the back check. Broke it up nicely. Gravlin quickly, defense to offense, sending it in. On the boards now. Sent back out to center. Sager. Sager over the blue line. Sager protecting the puck, stepping to the outside. Sager with it. Sager trying to get it down low. Couldn't connect. That one ends up all the way down. That's going to go for icing with under 3 minutes to play. Icing is the call there. With under 3 minutes left to play here in the affair. Face off deep in the Wizards zone. Wizards win the draw. That ends up behind the net. Trying to get it back out in front. And away come the Wizards now. Down the right wing with speed is Martin. That's offsides by a country mile. Oh, that was way offsides. Coach Sager right on the blue line on the bench. Not too happy. Big hit there in the corner as bodies go flying. There's Wasilewski coming over. And a penalty coming up against the Wizards. As it's tripped ahead, here comes Sager now. Seahawks with the extra skater. Sager walking in, pulls the trigger. The rebound is touched up. And there'll be no further play. So a power play here for the Seahawks, much to the chagrin of the Wizards coaching staff here. I think the Wizards arguing with the officials here, pleading their case. We'll see. I don't know what the call is here. I got to agree with the coach. I thought it was a clean check myself, but I always think it's a clean check, so I'm a little bit biased. 99.9% of the time, I say I think it's a clean check. But the penalty is called. So you can't really go by my judgment. That's not really fair. So St. Martin in the sin bin. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left to go here. So a power play for the Seahawks. A chance to get the go-ahead goal. The funny thing about that whole play is it was offsides by a country mile. So if they would have just called offsides, none of this would have happened. If Woody would have went straight to the police, ladies and gentlemen, none of this would have happened. All right, so power play here for the Seahawks. Wizard coaching staff not happy with the penalty, but they've got to accept it and move on. Don't have a choice. Back to the blue line, letting the shot go. Goes wide of the goaltender. Pull it down by Castile. Castile lays the lumber into his man there and sends him flying. Smith got back up. And back now down the left wing is Rembish. Rembish sending it in. Offsides is the call with exactly 2 minutes left to go in the affair. So if you're tuning in for the 6:40 game, we're just finishing up the 5:10 game here. There was a little delay at the Zamboni door, and there's been a lot of whistles here tonight. And leaning in to take it now is Sanderson. Sanderson pushes it ahead. Rembish gets to it and sends it down low to Seahawks on a power play for another minute here. Just under 2 minutes to play. 3-3 is the score. As Nelson blew out a tire and got it out of the zone. No, from the ground. Back the other way now, dancing all the Seahawks down the right wing. Got Rembish cutting to the cooker that just missed. Rembish behind the net takes a big hit there. Now that one, I thought maybe the hands came up a little high on Rembish, so I can't disagree with that call. I think it should be 2 minutes for head contact. That one I got to agree with. He came in and hit Rembish right in the head. The initial contact was to the head. Rembish looks a little bit banged up on the bench. Hopefully Nick's all right. All right, so 5-on-3 now for the Seahawks for almost the remainder of the affair. It's a 5-on-3 for 44 seconds, and then they'll have a power play for everything but 5 seconds after that. So a golden opportunity here for the Seahawks to take the lead. And Wizards completing a player change here. The Wizards not allowed to have the player change here. So 1:35 left to go. 5-on-3. I thought the Wizards would call timeout there, to be honest with you. Back to the blue line, letting the quick shot go. Steered aside by the netminder Panaz. Larson was in front of the net. Back the other way now. Here come the Wizards. Short-handed, very short-handed. Stepping to the outside, Sanderson. Sanderson run into there by Castile. Minute 20 left to go. 25 seconds on the two-man advantage, but the Wizards doing a nice job winning the puck thus far. Up for Kramer. Kramer trying to send it across. Tavernier got it back and did a nice job to get his leg in the way. And the Seahawks go off the puck. Here's Sanderson now. Sanderson down the wing. Sanderson in the corner. Run into there. And it comes out to center ice. Seahawks get to it. Larson. Larson over the blue line. Larson cuts inside. Larson making another move. Larson got a man down low. Sauces it to him. Trying to get it back in front. Can't do so. Big stop there by Panaz. And there'll be no further play with 42 ticks on the clock remaining. Seahawks with a good opportunity there. As the netminder Panaz made the save, he's a little bit shooken up on the play, a little slow to get up. As the faceoff now coming just to the left of the netminder, that's his glove side. Faceoff won by the Seahawks. Got it back to the blue line, Castile. Castile trying to saucer it across, couldn't do so. Got it back in front, back for Castile. Castile with it. Castile letting the shot go. The rebound, 2-3 whacks at it. And then it's sent out to center ice. Castile tracks it down. Castile slides it over. And here comes Kramer with 23 seconds left to go over the blue line. A 5-on-4. A delayed penalty coming up against the Wizards. Boy, oh boy. Protecting the puck now. So right now we've got a 6-on-4 for the Seahawks. As they pulled the goaltender. Bodies collide there with 7 seconds left to go. Seahawks will be better off letting him touch it at this point almost. As finally the Wizards do touch it up. But there's the buzzer. As the game comes to a close. Well, nobody wins, nobody loses. Well, that's debatable. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. Your final, once again, Western Massachusetts Wizards 3, Southeastern Connecticut Seahawks 3. We'll be right back as soon as the Zamboni gets done doing what Zambonis do. As the Wallingford Hawks, pay visit to your Southeastern Connecticut Seahawks. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see everybody in about 15 minutes for the next game.